everyone, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for a new video and a great look at some of the new products from Simon Says Stamp's new STAMPtember collection. Now today's video is going to showcase how to make this really cute card perfect for sending to somebody you love, especially if you haven't seen them for a while. It's a great missing you card. But in today's video, I'm not only going to show you how to make this card, but I'm also going to be using some of the brand new Pawsitively saturated inks from Simon Says Stamp. These inks are a dream to stamp with. I actually was really excited to be part of the team that worked on developing these inks, and we've been working on these for a very long time. So it's made me very excited and super thrilled to share them with you today as part of the STAMPtember collection. Today's video is also part of the Simon Says Stamp STAMPtember blog party. And if you go over to my blog, I have a special free gift with purchase code that you can use to be able to get a free gift with your purchase. There are also many other designers participating in the blog party, and each one of us has a different code with a different free gift offer. So in total, there are 12 different gifts that you can find along the different stops of the blog party. So really exciting. There's also going to be tons of inspiration at every single stop in the blog party. It is a celebration you don't want to miss. So I have links to that blog party over at my blog or in the video description below if you're watching this on YouTube. All right, before we start the card, let me show you these new inks. These inks were designed as trios. So if you like to do stamp layering, these inks are perfect for that because we have a light, medium, and a dark shade. Those light, medium, and dark shades are also great for ink blending. If you like to do an ombre effect, using the trio really helps you obtain that great blend of color from light to dark. There are 5 different sets of 3, and they are all such rich and beautiful colors. The other cool thing that we designed with these inks is labels. So we have labeled both the top and the side of the ink pad, which means as you're working with them, you can easily see what the color looks like because these are color matched to the colors of the inks. And the sides are labeled so that way as you're storing these inks, you'll be able to easily find them. Okay, here's the stamp set that I'm going to be working with today. This is the Printmaking Houses set. A super cute set. This set is easy to use because it has all the different layering pieces separated into 3 individual stamps, so it makes it super simple to piece this back together. Now I'm going to go a little bit more detailed with my stamping here, and I'm going to actually stamp each row of houses with a different color, and that's because I wanted to add a little bit more color to my card. So I'm going to stamp first with some green. This is the celery color. It's a nice light green. It's the lightest in the trio of the green shades. Once I have this one stamped, I'll move on to the next color, making sure that I keep my paper fully aligned in the left corner of my MISTI, so that way each stamping of this same stamp is in the exact same place. The other cool feature about these inks, by the way, is that they're so easy to clean. They're water-based dye inks, so which means I can easily just clean this stamp off with even just a dry cloth, and everything cleans off really nicely. Okay, so this color I'm using here is Surf. It's a really rich blue color. I just love this shade. It makes me think of the ocean. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in the middle. And then my third and final color will be Mandarin, which is a nice rich orange color. So I have stamped all 3 of my houses from this one single stamp. Now I'm going to bring in the roofs. The roofs I'm going to stamp in the exact same way. I'm going to mask off each individual stripe of roofs so that way I can stamp them with a different color. So I'm going to start first with Peachy, and I'll stamp that along the top of the green houses. For the blue houses, we'll work with Perfection. It's a really nice dark green. And then finally, I will use Ocean for the third and final row of houses down along the bottom. Okay, so we have our houses built. Now I'm going to bring in that outline. The outline is fun because I love putting this off a little bit from the actual stamping of the houses that are underneath. So it gives a little bit of a layered look. I'm going to have some of the color peeking out from around the outline, and that's what makes it fun. It looks just a little bit more modern, and this printmaking effect is just really cute. So I stamped this with intense blacking a couple times because I really wanted a dark, rich impression. And then I'm going to bring in my sentiment, which is from a new stamp set from Simon's STAMPtember release called Furry Friends. This is a nice long greeting with a very modern font. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that underneath the houses to finish off this stamping. So my card is pretty much built as far as the stamping goes. But I wanted to add some embellishment. The Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated inks are so saturated, they also make for great colors that you can die cut from. So here I've pressed a bit of the Sunbeam color onto some white cardstock, and I'm going to die cut this from the Mini Hearts die set from Simon. I did the same thing with Mandarin. I smushed that onto some white cardstock, and I'll die cut that too. And this is going to give me some little die cut hearts that I can glue onto my card project. I actually ended up making 2 of these cards because I loved how they turned out so much that I wanted to have more than one so that I could send this to multiple people. You'll also notice that one of the cards does have some splatter on it, and we'll get to that in just a minute. So I'm gluing my little hearts onto the card using some Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue. I'm using my fine tip scissors to really help me finesse that heart into the glue and lay it down exactly where I want it. I decided here that I wanted to add the splatters to both of these panels. I had done it to one of them to begin just to see how it looked, and then once I determined that I actually liked it, then I decided to go ahead and splatter onto my other card project. So I'm going to pull out some black watercolor, and I'm just going to mix that up with a little bit of water to get it nice and fluid so that way I can splatter it onto my card. So this black splatter looks really cool and has a very modern effect. Goes really nicely with those printmaking houses and just adds a little texture into the background. You could have totally skipped that step though if you don't want to go ahead and add the splattering. So now that my card is fully dry and ready to be adhered onto a card base, I trimmed down some mermaid cardstock from Lawn Fawn into an A2 sized card. This is a top folding card, and that's going to complete these little missing you cards that I made with some of the new products from the Simon Says Stamp release. I love how this card turned out. It's really cute and fun, and it was simple to put together. Now before I go, I did want to show you what happens outside of the view you normally see. This is my cat Oscar, and he was trying to play around with some of the twine that I had laying on my desk as I was creating. Yes, I am a very messy crafter when I create. I always have to clean up in between each project. But when I am creating, I have stuff everywhere, and my cats love to get into it. So Oscar found this twine, and as you can imagine, this is going to end up on the floor. He was trying to bring this off to wherever he thought this was going to be now his twine. I'm sure he has a hiding spot for all these things, and this is why I can't find anything in my craft room sometimes, is because he steals it. So Oscar was having fun with the twine, and I just thought it was cute that I wanted to share that with you all today. Anyway, I hope that today's project inspired you using this new collection from Simon's STAMPtember release. It is jam-packed with so many good stuff, and this is only one project out of so many that many designers are sharing today as part of the Simon Says Stamp blog party in celebration of STAMPtember. So don't forget, go check out that blog party. It's definitely a must-see. And I hope, again, that you were inspired today by this project. I'll be back very soon with more to share with you because STAMPtember is huge. There's a lot to share. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to keep up with you as best as I can and share as much as possible. So until I see you again, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you again for tuning in. Bye!